Hold on one sec. So you guys wanted to throw him off, and Jed, you were figuring out what to tell the Durgar?
Yeah, he was telling me what to tell him.
Yeah. So whatever Keith came up with was pretty good. But
So
add to it, if you're ever in my presence drunk like that again, you'll join this one's fate, or your companion's fate, and Christian's going to throw him off the edge.
Tell him to wash the stink off him.
So I'm gonna look over at him. I'm gonna bow to Jed's character, and then I'm gonna turn and address them and tell them that the mistress is very displeased in the state in which we have returned, and that this place is filthy, and we expect it to be cleaned up. And then also to set an example, if any of you guys are caught being drunk in her presence, she will throw the rest of you off, just like this one is being thrown off the cliff to die now.
And if they don't,
Like that, awesome.
if they don't get the stink off of them, we're gonna throw them off for that too.
What are you, the fucking stink?
Fucking dwarves stink, especially dogs, whatever. They stink up this vast freaking cave building thing.
Okay. You hear, instead of throwing him off, Christian is still asking the Durgar questions. He starts yelling in Dwarven.
Uh-oh.
And he starts to switch over to Durgar. So, Christian, roll initiative to see if you get him off, if you throw him off the edge out of earshot before he gets off what he needs to say. I rolled a 6, so...
I got 3.
Alright. And you chuck him over the side, and the other Durgar are just huddled down now, shaking. They're not saying anything, they're not looking. And he's yelling the whole way over, and then you kind of hear his voice cut off. And now if you look over, you can see he has impacted on the floor below.
I'm going to turn over and glare at them. I'm going to tell them the High Mistress is very displeased.
And then I'm going to clap my hands real loud, and I'm going to gesture to him. What the fuck are you guys doing? Chop chop. Let's get busy.
They start to get up, and they're like straightening their clothes, and they're like wringing soot and dust out of their beard and grabbing all their gear, putting it back on, and they're looking around like, where do you want us to go?
Start grabbing a broom. Start dusting, sweeping. Chuck that damn beer over the side.
Go clean up the mess down below.
While you're at it, go make another cave.
They're looking back and forth at all of you now, like they're not sure, they're kind of frozen, not sure what to do, because you're all telling them different things.
Well, I think Keith and Christian are the only ones that speak Dwarven, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
The rest of us, I kind of motioned to you guys to follow me, and I'm going to walk past them down the hall that they came from.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll
okay.
follow.
I'll follow in also.
So from where they actually came from, then.
Yeah,
Huh.
where the other ones took off screaming.
Now you notice, now that you've told them to go clean up the body, they make their way past you guys, and they're on the wide structure. Here it is. I couldn't find the damn thing. Screen share.
You go find it.
So they start scattering. Some are running this way. Some are running this way. and they're barking orders at each other in Durgar, and you hear a couple of them speaking in Drow. Also, go clean up. I get tool, go. And so you guys start making your way this way now, which is pretty much back the direction you came, and you're kind of seeing the same exact thing you saw before. It starts getting a little bit dimmer, vision gets a little bit more cloudy.
Well, where did they come from? I thought they came from another tunnel.
When you guys were here, you guys had came from this direction here. So you came out of this tunnel,
Yeah.
this walkway, got out on this wide area. You guys were looking over at the gems and shit. They actually came from this one over here.
Okay.
So it looks like the mirror image of what you guys just came from.
Now, is it headed down or up?
Well, again, just like this one was on, it's going
kind of flat still.
Yeah. So it just goes straight back into the darkness. The only difference is, it's the mirror image of this one. So if you guys turned around and walked back, the open space you can't see anything is on your left instead of your right. But since you're going this way,
And which way did the other ones run?
when you told them where to go?
No, when we did the fear spell.
Oh, they also went back that way. They ran back down the corridor. So how many rounds is that, Keith?
He's going to let his dog out.
Oh, you didn't let the dog. Wait, who let the dogs out? Who?
Hershey did.
Hey, Hershey let the dogs out. Fucking Hershey let the dogs out. So yeah, we'll find out in a second how many rounds they're going to be fleeing in.
We want to. Yeah, I think we want to go that way and follow them.
You think so? You don't think it'll lead back to basically where we came from?
I don't know. I'm wondering where they went.
Okay.
I don't know. Should we follow them or should we walk around this thing?
I think we should walk around the thing.
I
Why
think so
would we
too.
want to go back the way we came, just on a different path? I mean, it's like the same path. We're going back to a whole different direction. Let's make progress and keep going left.
I say we take the path.
Back to where they went?
Yep. Hey, I think it's time to tell you guys what it is I got from this Durgar.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, we'll start down there. We'll pause, and we'll kind of huddle up and talk about it, and decide which direction we want to go while these Googar are running around trying to clean.
Okay.
I got the mage on my side. Hopefully he'll agree with me here.
We don't have to worry about the Draugr. Draugr ain't gonna bother us. Let's go left.
Well, let's listen to what Christian has to say first.
Yeah.
Alright. So, this is why I think we should go down where they came from. At first I asked him where we were and what was going on, and he said, "Don't you know?" I said, "Oh, I know, but the High Mistress wants to know if her cowardly little dwarves are up to date with what's going on." And I told him, "Tell me now." And he said, "Okay, yes," he says, we're working hard on the spells, and the spells are all working as foretold by the other old ones. So, and he asked me why she was displeased. And I threw him off the cliff by then. But for all we know, whatever these spells could be, they might be coming back from where they were working on the spells, drunk like idiots.
That's true. Okay, then then let's go back the way they came from.
Fuck, this is tough. Were they off of duty?
Huh?
Were they off
I don't
duty
know.
and heading back to work? Fuck, man.
Or
You
heading back to work?
You don't know
Yeah.
if they were
How they
finishing
were
up a
going?
You guys don't know if they were finishing up a shift and just getting shit-faced on their way back. You don't know if they're just drunk all the time when they're supposed to be working or what. You're
Well,
not.
here's the thing, though. There's those crystals in the center of the room. Maybe we should go towards that to see what that is first, and then go back towards where they came from. Because we haven't inspected this room fully yet.
Yes, I'm all for that. Let's go left.
Okay.
One thing though we got to remember is if they're serving drow, do we have any regular elves in our group?
Me.
Christian.
All right. So you're gonna be like their natural enemy. Matt, you still have that hat. Maybe we can disguise. I've got a full helm on, so at least that's kind of covering my face. But we might want to think about maybe trying to disguise the elves in the group.
Or the human.
Yeah. I might stick out a little bit.
Just a little.
Don't worry,
What-
guys.
Good thinking, John.
I've got something that can kind of hide my features. I think.
Yeah, let's
Well-
give Zelda the hat.
Oh, the disguise a hat?
Yep.
Yeah, have it disguised.
You're gonna be a dude.
Yeah.
Is that what
So-
I'm going to be?
Kelda, I'm gonna tell her I want this back when we're done with this.
Okay.
Just be some kind of drow dude with a loincloth. You'll be fine.
What should I don't. What should I disguise? Can I do anything, or what is a disguise?
Yeah.
I'll put the hat on.
Kelda, right now you stick out really badly because you're like, how tall?
Tall.
6'1"?
I'm 6'2".
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're taller than all of
I'm
us.
6 foot. I'm 6 foot.
Still taller than all of us.
Yeah, you're about a foot taller than pretty much everybody here.
So I need to be shorter then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can make your height different by 2 feet, I believe, and your weight by, I think, double what you already are or half what you are. So I mean, you could make yourself just look like a shorter female drow or whatever you want.
Make yourself look like me.
Or you could look like me.
Maybe we should only have one female in our group,
Ooh.
because
Yeah,
Right.
because then she can. Okay, I'll go shorter and I'll be a male drow.
Yeah, you could look like me.
You want blue skin or black skin? Then.
Mm.
come on, black from the waist down.
What's Matt? Is your character black skinned?
Blue.
What?
Is he blue? Then I'll
Blue.
match Matt's skin. Blue.
Okay.
So I won't stand out so bad.
I'm
Blue with black hair.
Okay, so Christian, you pull your cloak or your hood around your face, kind of shadow your features a little bit. John, you've got your helmet on.
Yeah.
And so Kelda, you're a blue drow male now.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, after that, you guys have...
I'm gonna go up to her and pat her on the back. You could almost pass as a gentleman now.
Oh hell! I'm not even gonna answer. I'm just gonna walk away.
Let's see, so you guys have... Oops, what did I do with it? You guys have 6 rounds now before that fear spell wears off and those Durgar come running back to see what's going on. Do you want to try and escape, or do you want to lay an ambush for them, or do you want to just talk to them and intimidate them like you just did with these guys?
You know what? We got an idea here.
Yep. Yes, I do.
So we're going to go back out to where the crystal stuff was, and Christian's going to do something here.
Okay.
Count.
Alright. So with that cloak you got me, I can cast a web spell. Well, a double web spell, so I gotta pull it up right here.
What?
Yep.
What?
It just works as a level 2 wizard spell.
A web spell? But what would that do?
I'm gonna cast that on the that doorway thingy, and I can have it to where it covers a maximum of 8 10 by 10 by 10 cubes, and it must be at least 10 feet thick, so a mass of 40 feet high, 20 feet wide, and 10 feet deep, maybe cast. So I'm gonna cast that on the entrance type of thing. So if they do try to come through, we'll know.
Okay.
It might slow them down a bit.
Sounds like Sword of Truth with the web spells. You better get your damage.
So you cast it, and it goes up about 20 feet. It covers the width. The width is probably about 30 feet. And it goes up about 20 feet. So you notice the very top disappears from your sight. You can't really see it, but you doubt they're going to be able to climb this without getting stuck to it.
Okay, and then whatever they have to make or what's it called? I don't know how you're gonna do it if they walk into it. So, but it says that anybody within the area of effect must roll a saving throw versus spell with a -2 penalty. And if it's successful, 2 things may occur. Well, the first one won't occur because they can't jump free of it. But the second thing would be, if there is no room to escape, then the webs are only half strength, and then creatures with less than 13 strength are stuck until freed by another or until the spell wears off. And then 7 if the webs are half strength.
Well, they'll get back. They'll try to hack their way through it or try to climb it. They're going to definitely get stuck. But they're also going to be yelling.
Priest, shut them up. No.
They're going to be yelling, and you guys cannot reach them now.
Yeah, that's alright. Let them yell. Retards.
Yeah, but we don't know how many more there are.
It's okay.
With it being a web is what we're kind of counting on. Since there's webs on the floor and shit, that they're going to be fearful of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go to that.
Alright, let's move. Let's do what we're going to do.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's get going.
Okay. Now? Where are you guys going to go? To your left or to your right?
Matt said left.
Left.
Yeah.
I'm almost thinking that maybe me and Keith should maybe move to the front.
That's what I'm thinking. You should probably have a guard to either side of you in the front.
Matt.
Yeah, Matt would be good. Kelda would be good too, 'cause she looks like a drow.
A gentleman drow.
Yeah, a gentleman drow. Just sneer a lot. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Look like Billy Idol if you were black. I'll take up the rear. Sorry, Christian.
All right, so we have we'll walk in groups of 3. So Kelda, Christian, and John in the back, me, Keith and Matt in the front.
Very well.
And everybody keep their weapons put away at this point.
I'm going to be on the side next to the wall.
All right. So you guys start walking. And just as you get about here, behind you now, you can hear them just yelling. Yelling and screaming. And it is echoing throughout this chamber.
Okay.
You guys keep walking. A lot of it looks the same. Now you notice when you get right about here, about halfway from where you came from, around the side of this, you can see over this way. You can see two more. What do you call it? Passageways going off into the wall in another direction. Right here, you also see another stone-shaped staircase, alternating with onyx and alabaster, black and white stones, going down to the next level. So it's going under the spider web, and down here it's widening into like this.
Shit,
Really?
that's what we want, right, guys? We want
Yes, that's what we want. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Something not going back in the direction we came. This is forward progress right here.
Yes, mistress.
Again, this staircase is fucking huge. It's like, this is how big you guys are to it. The stairs are scaled to your height. So it's not that. It's just that it's so damn wide and long. You guys are going down it. And you get down into this lower level now. And you're all right about here. And over here, you can see a big bloody pool. And you can see all the Ugnots, the Durgar, scurrying around yelling at each other and trying to mop it up. And they've got like a wooden cart from somewhere, and they're picking up his body and trying to throw it in there, but he fell about 200 feet down here. And as they're picking him up, he's kind of like falling apart. And they're just spilling entrails all over the place. They're slipping in it, falling on their ass, and they finally they're throwing pieces of them in the cart now. And so they're not looking at anybody else. They're just focused on what they're doing with their eyes downcast. You guys can hear faintly in the distance the other ones yelling, and every once in a while these guys will look up in that direction, and then they're like, one of them will punch the other one or slap the other one across the face, and point down, and they'll just get back to work.
Okay.
So now that you're down here, you notice this entire floor, instead of it being made out of stone, it looks like it's all made out of this huge sheet of crystal, or some kind of huge crystal. The whole thing is polished, really, really. You can kind of see down through it, as if you're looking into like a frozen lake or something. And it's this kind of this violet hue to it. It's almost clear, but it's got some violet to it. And you don't really know what you're looking at. If you're looking at something that goes down several hundred feet, or if it's just a flat coating over the floor and just looks really reflective, you're not really sure what the hell you're looking at.
Let's
I
keep
say we
going
continue.
I
say we continue.
Which way?
forward.
Away from the body.
Yeah, it's a mess.
I guess let's head towards the center of the room.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks like there's something in the middle there.
You guys start walking out here, and now you're realizing just how freaking huge this place is. Now that you're not looking across it, now that you're out in the middle of it. And now that you get out here, you notice whatever was blocking your sight of the ceiling, you can look up now and you see the metallic spider web crisscrossing back and forth, and then the sculpture in the center with the crystals on it overhead. And up above that, another couple thousand feet, probably about 1,500 feet, you can see this, basically this whole room is like a dome, like arches up. And you can now see just the whole thing seems to be dotted with little dots, like what you're assuming is that script you saw earlier. Some of it is way larger, like made to be read from the center of this room. So you're looking at letters that must be carved into the wall. They're probably about, some of the letters may be about 30 feet high. Like the size of the font is like 30 feet by 30 feet. So you're just baffled by the scale in here, the complexity. You don't know what any of it means, what it's supposed to represent. You're just looking around like, what in the fuck is this? And as you guys are looking around the floor now, pretty much almost spot on directly underneath the crystals in that sculpture above you. Uh-oh. Oh, Kelda, you got kicked out again? Kelda. Kelda, can you hear me? Kelda. Hey, Kelda, you're on the internet. That's nice. Uh-oh.
Very nice.
Are you on the internets?
When did she drop off?
Very nice. Very nice.
Boing! Just goes fucking flying out of there, fucking bouncing out like the Noid and shit on crack. Crack. Okay, so in the center of the room now, you see what looks like a big circular pit. Who's gonna fall in it? Huh?
That must be the outhouse for this place.
We got some
We'll stay away
drawer
from
we got some drawer we could throw into there.
Oh, you don't want to do that. No, no. So, as you guys get closer, you see a pit that's probably about, oh boy, what is that? About 200 feet across. I don't know what the radius of that is. What, 400 feet? Whatever. Fucking math. And from equidistant parts, you see some little landings coming out and what looks like stairs coming down. Like basically if you were standing here, you would walk over here, follow this way, and then
Let's take the stairs.
and as you get up now, you notice that this entire shaft, you notice the entire shaft is like completely just pale white, and seems to be glowing, giving off light. And each one of these stairs, one's red, one's blue, one's purple, and one's black.
Let's take the purple.
Okay, here's purple. So you guys start making your way down that. And down below now, you can hear, like, it almost sounds as if you've walked into, like, a big coastal city. A lot of you kind of remember the, Google is not displaying what time. Okay. So let's see, is it just stuck loading? And actually, this will actually work out good, even if she can't get back on, because I've got a way to spin it.
Spin it. Spin it. Spin it.
It's the no spin zone. No spinning allowed.
Spin it.
Matt looks like he's about to fall over.
I'm trying, man. I really am. I'm not falling asleep, but I know it looks like it. But I'm burnt out. That's all I gotta say.
I hear ya.
Shoot.
Same here.
Yeah, that sun just sucked the energy right out of me.
And just make sure you keep drinking a ton of water. And
That's what I've been doing. Yeah, I've gone through like 4 or 5 big glasses like this. I mean.
so as soon as you guys set foot onto that, you can now hear noise coming up from the shaft, and it. Okay, Kelda. Okay, Kelda. Okay, got it. Okay, I'm sorry. It sucks. You guys hear, like, sounds like crowds of people, like their voices echoing up. You can hear different noises like you'd hear in a city, like an industrial city, like clanging. You can hear music wafting up out of this shaft. Children laughing. Oh. Is it letting you in?
Yeah, it just kept going. Google can't just the page can't be displayed.
That's weird.
Yeah, and all of a sudden I tried to go. I'm gonna try it one more time, and it'll let me back on.
Huh. If it drops you off again, because I'm gonna end this here pretty soon.
Okay.
We'll figure something out.
Okay.
I'll really explain it. What I was telling them is, as you guys have descended, you guys have gotten in the middle of the room. There's a big circular white shaft that's kind of glowing that leads down into the floor. And there's 4 like circular staircases coming out from equidistant points. One's red, one's purple, one's black, and one's blue. And the whole shaft is white and kind of softly glowing. you guys can hear sound wafting up out of here. It sounds like a huge city down below. You can hear people's voices, you can hear children, you can hear industrial stuff, like people hammering things, all kinds of shit. Just like what you would hear in a huge city or a town up on the surface. And the light is still kind of, it's brighter than what you would expect, but you guys have been in the dark for a while, so you're not sure. But it's kind of muting whatever's down below. As you guys get to a new flight of stairs, you can kind of see over the edge, and it's really hazy down there. You're not sure what you're looking at yet. But as you guys are doing that, you do see something coming up the stairs below you. And you hear some growling.
Growling?
Growling. And you look below and you see 8 trolls. Shambling up the stairs.
Fireball would come in handy right here.
All right, yeah. I'm pulling out my bow, and I'm gonna start shooting them.
Keith, do you hear that?
Yeah, but I'm not going to burn it for that. I'm going to scribe that fucker. How many trolls are there anyways?
You said 8.
8.
I'll have my hands on my weapons just in case.
Yeah, we'll incinerate them. It's only 8 trolls.
So they are slowly coming up, making the rounds. They're going to be on you in 5 rounds.
Just look intimidating. The drow in the front, just make sure you look intimidating, because they probably serve drow as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass a warning shot by their head.
Why?
Just look intimidating, don't I?
Yeah, don't do anything because you know there's a city and where we're at. Do we really want to bring more attention than necessary?
Yeah.
They'll let us pass and let them let us pass.
Okay.
Well, drow thrive in the world of chaos. So if the mistress wants these trolls dead, who's going to question her?
I say let's not make us any more trouble than we need be.
Have the spells ready just in case.
Well, I definitely got my hands on my weapons just in case, so.
Yeah.
I think we should back away from the staircase.
Well, you guys are on a staircase and you're down about like 8 flights already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess we'll have it in.
Nope. Yeah, we got to go down those stairs, and they need to stand aside for us.
Yeah, we own this place. Let's go.
4 rounds, and they'll be on you.
Yes. We own this place. We're going. Come on. Downstairs. Let's go. We own it. Go.
That's it. Yep.
Look like you own it.
That's right.
That's the plan.
Yeah, whites only. Oh, wait, yeah.
Just have your spells on your tongues.
Yes.
The rest of you just be ready.
Ready to shove a lightning bolt up their rear end.
Okay, they're getting closer now. 2 rounds away. They're not making any threatening moves. They're not pointing at you or anything, but they're, you notice they doubled their pace when they saw you.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
We know what
Let's
we're
all
doing.
yell
What we're doing.
halt at the same time. Stop.
We don't budge an
Move
inch
up.
either.
Move
No,
aside.
we're just going like we belong here.
I said we just let Naya do it. Say halt.
I'm just going to move ahead of the group a couple steps
Let's see. One round. They're getting closer. And
I'm gonna put my hands on my short sword and my dagger at this point underneath my cloak. As I'm making my way towards them.
okay. Oh, what the?
And I'm going to forfeit initiative if they attack.
Okay.
I'm going to wait to draw my weapons.
Some of them are varying sizes. They're all large creatures, though. They're all between 10 and 12 feet tall.
So we, if we have to attack, I could roll 10-sided for damage then.
Oh, yeah.
Or was it a 12-sided?
What are you using?
Short sword, long sword.
A die 8 and a die 12.
Okay.
Okay, they get up to you guys now. You come down to them, and they're basically a few stairs below you, looking at you now.
I'm just going to keep walking towards them.
Okay, you get down to the stair, like right up to the one the lead one is standing on.
And I'm going to tell them in Elven, move aside.
You see him kind of tilt his head and like cock his head a little bit.
I'll turn back to Keith and tell him Wizard, or I'll tell Keith and Elvin, tell them to move aside.
All right. Then I'll speak up in the Drow Elven language. I say, did you not understand the mistress? She demanded you step aside.
Tell them to get their stinky filth out of the way.
Is there no response?
You see him straighten up now, and he kind of nods, turns back to the other ones and yells something trollish at them, and they all kind of stand up a little straighter, and they kind of spread out now. These stairs are probably a good, as far down as they go, they're still really huge. They're probably about 50 feet wide, and they're they're branching out now to either side of you, making room for you.
Right. I'm going to reach up and kind of touch him under the chin and then kind of pat his cheek and tell Keith to tell him that I like this one. He shows the proper respect.
All right. And then I'll bow to what she said, and then I'll speak in Drow to him. She likes you, and that you know respect.
You see him, he opens up his mouth, and he's like that with his freaking fangs jutting out, his tusks or whatever, his jaws. Like, ah!
Well, I'll continue leading us down the stairs.
They start filing past you now. You guys make it down another 7 or 8 flights, and you start noticing now down below you, you can see this huge, wide open, like, pavilion. And you see something really weird. It almost looks like you're looking down at a park or something. You're not seeing trees, you're seeing, like, just huge, like, looks like toadstools or
Mushrooms.
yeah, but they're like towering. They're like freaking huge, but they seem to be laid out like you'd see.
Fucking
Like-
Smurf Village.
What?
Smurf Village.
Oh god.
You just ruined the whole adventure, Jed. Fuck you.
Badass.
You fucking Brian. And you guys are still probably about 1,000 feet up above this place as you're making your way down. And as you're going down now, all of a sudden you see something dropping down the center of the shaft, probably about 400 or 500 feet away from, or no, wait, 200 feet. I'd say about 50 feet in the center of the shaft.
It's not that dwarf body, is it?
No, you notice it's dropping, but in fits and starts. They'll drop about 10, 20 feet, then stop, then drop again.
Like someone's lowering them?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you notice now it drops down again a little bit, almost level with you guys, and you see now it's like it looks like this really big bucket, and you see about 3 Durgar in there, and they're kind of working some pulleys, and they're throwing out some rope below them, and as they drop down level with you, they kind of look up really quick, and they're like, oh, they just nod and they're pointing up and like giving you like whatever drow sign for thumbs up is.
Okay.
And then they avert their eyes again, and you notice now it's dropping down, and almost in the center of the shaft below you, you can see. It was really hard to see at first because the light is so diffuse and bright here, and the shaft is so big that the ropes running down the middle of it are really hard to see. But you notice now a couple other lines coming up from below, stretching up from back where they came, probably up around the base of that whatever that sculpture that was in the middle of the web. It looks like they're stringing up some kind of elevator system.
Okay.
You guys make your way down now, and you're probably about 500 feet down. And you notice now the stairs have gone out of this shaft, so basically everything's kind of opened up. And you're almost level with the ceiling of this place. And I will show you what you see. And now you can just hear all kinds of weird music echoing up. Some of it sounds pleasing, some of it sounds really discordant. You can hear people laughing and talking. You can see lots of people running around, walking in groups.
What do they look like?
You're still too far away to tell. They all seem to be wearing dark colors, though. Some of them are more scantily dressed than others, so you can see some of the same skin types, skin colors you have. You can see some blue, some black, some purple, and you also see some red.
So just the same color as the stairs.
And the gems that were up above.
Wonder each color represents a certain type of people. Okay.
And you can see children running around. You can hear people banging on anvils, people cheering. Give me 1 second, I've got a... Where, damn it? For some reason I cannot locate... any of my Underdark pictures. Lots of porn.
All right.
I can find that, no problem. Hmm. Okay, give me 1 second here.
You hurry up. You do it now.
No.
Jesus.
No.
Grumpy Dwarf's ready for bed over there.
Shit. Man, hurry up before I fall asleep. Shit. Yeah, I was telling Jed, I was telling Nick about that time I was playing that Cavalier in your adventure when we were all real young. I think it was when you guys were still living on Mercy Springs. And we were staying up real late that night, and I fell asleep, and you just killed off my character.
I did?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's it. You fell asleep. I woke up. We killed you all. That's what you told me.
I don't remember that. That sounds like a really dick move, though.
I did it twice. I fell asleep twice. I didn't just fall asleep once.
Although we were freaking assholes back then too, so we were probably fucking kid.
Yeah, dude, that was forever ago, dude. That was high school.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're all just, I was laying down on the floor, and that was it, man. We were playing, and I was out, dude.
Were we in the tent?
No, it was inside, on the floor, not in the tent.
Yeah, we only played in the house a few times.
Yeah, it was one of them
All old
times.
now.
I wonder what year we were in high school.
Had to have been aimed a sophomore year, probably.
Like right when we started?
Or maybe junior year.
They said it would probably have to be around the time I was in, probably 8th grade, 7th grade. So yeah, it was either your junior or senior year. Because I went to high school after you guys, just right after you guys graduated.
Yeah.
Yep, same here. Me and Matt went together, same years.
Yeah, 97. Our crappy class.
With our crappy counselor.
With our crappy Dr. Hill.
Dr. Hill.
Matt,
Yeah.
you know, college isn't for everyone, Matt.
He had that Mike Tyson voice too, man.
Yeah.
What a dick. So you guys are slowly coming down from about, I'd say, up in here. And this is what you can see below you, this huge, huge cavern probably about 7 or 8 times the size of what you saw up above. And looking around, you're seeing different things, like this Italian guy sitting in front of his computer, or, for instance, you look in one direction, you see a really dark patch, dark area with really Matt and Keith. This is more what you're familiar with.
Uh-huh.
This kind of shit with spider web motif everywhere and dark greens and purples. And then you look over another area and you're seeing something a little bit different, but still what looks very similar, you know, more drow stuff. And then pretty much almost in the center below you, you're seeing a really light-colored, just eerily beautiful kind of architecture. And I'll have some more drawings of this for next time when we play again to give you a better idea of what it looks like. You can see along the edges, you can see just huge underground seas or streams flowing through here. And you can see lots of ships of a design you've never seen before. Seem to be ferrying supplies back and forth. Like, you just see this huge area down below you with just all this shit going on. And you can hear a voice in your head now saying, "Do you see what they've done? You see what they've done? This is why you have to stop them. They'll spread." And it does sound kind of burbly, like it's underwater. He-Man! Sounds like Merman.
As long as it doesn't sound like Jar Jar.
Nah, it's the frickin' Mind Flayer again, talking into all of your heads.
So what could be so wrong with such a grand place like this?
You left before, didn't you?
Hmm?
You left this place before, haven't you?
I've liked this voice?
I said you've left a place like this before, didn't you?
Yeah, but it didn't look like exactly like this. Looks
I
like
know.
things got more grander.
Because this is my island.
Well, it's going to be our island.
Oh, man.
And so you guys probably have another 100 feet or so. You guys are slowly making your way down, looking around. You gonna keep going?
No, I say we go all the way back up.
That's what I figured you guys were gonna do. You can see now in the center below you, the Durgar have landed. They're doing something with some cables and some chains and some rope. And then they kind of unhitch their bucket, tie it to something else, and they're going back up now, pulling up another line below them. And they all wave at you again.
Yes, yes. Hopefully that bucket has some water so you can wash the stink off. Then I'll smile at you.
Are you guys?
Are we gonna go into this? Are we gonna go further in?
Yeah, I think we have to.
I think so.
Whatever you guys want to do. I don't care.
Yeah,
I
let's
think we
go
do.
in.
Yeah. We head on down the rest of the way.
Yep, because there's nothing behind us.
Okay, you get all the way down now, the very bottom floor, and there's like cobblestone. The area you guys have just landed in is almost the same size, same diameter as that the shaft you guys just came down. So about 200 feet across. You can see the other 3 stairways, like all, across from you, spaced out. You can see in the center, it looks like they're building something, and there's a lot of chains and rope going back up the middle of the shaft. So they're still building something, finishing some kind of pulley system or elevator system there. Let's see. And you guys notice now you're pretty much in the center of what looks like a really, really huge city. This whole area here appears to be made up of pale alabaster stone that's like almost marble like shiny. Really, really pretty. And a lot of it, you notice that it kind of almost looks like elven ruins you've seen up on the surface, or like very old elvish cities, more than it looks like anything drow.
Now,
Well, I'm doing that. I'm doing
we
that,
amongst-
and I'm looking in a certain direction.
What?
That's
are
about
we
it.
amongst the people now as we're walking?
Yeah, there's quite a few kind of strolling through here, making their way across. You see, like, drow families, little children running around, laughing. And some of them are getting closer to you now.
So we just move like we belong. But we
What's
need to
that?
figure out. I said we just continue moving like we belong. You know, like we know where we're
Yeah.
going, but we need to figure out what exactly we're looking. You know, look for stuff here and where we're gonna go to find information.
Yeah, we need to find somewhere where we can, like, hold up for the night.
Hmm I really doubt they have hotels around in this city, though.
Oh, they have
There's got to
Huh?
be in taverns or something.
Yeah, we'll just hit one of these taverns that are nearby.
Okay.
You know, there's got to be something, right?
Well, we'll find out. Well, I don't. Well, the reason why I say there might not be too many inns is because it's
Well,
probably
we all look like you know, majority of us look like drow, and I would rather go to the more familiar place where we all look like, you know, where at least it looks like where me and Keith came from. So
Yeah,
I'd say we go in that direction. And
Are we seeing any of the pale ones like me, Nick?
No. And
Okay, I'm pulling my hood up.
you notice a few of the children now have noticed you, and they're pointing.
Yeah, I'm pulling my hood up.
And Keith and Matt,
Uh-oh.
this is what you hear. There we go. And you notice it's getting really loud all of a sudden as children are running towards you, and they're dragging their parents, and they're yelling. Now, it doesn't seem to be like they're raising an alarm from their tone. The children are laughing and pointing and looking really happy. So you've got all these little blue and black and purple children running up to you right now. And they're getting closer. And Keith and Matt, that's what you hear.
I still don't see anything.
I'm gonna
Oh, hold on. Maybe
I'm gonna ask the children, what are they talking about? And I'm gonna ask them to point in a direction of what they're talking about.
Okay.
There we go. Did you get it now, Keith?
Yeah.
Okay, you see him, Matt, they're like pointing at Jed and going, her!
I'll kind of whisper under my breath over to Jed. They think you're one of the old ones. She's
Yes.
wanting
Why
to
don't
get a
you-
blessing from you.
I'm gonna look at Naya and go, yes. Why don't you give him a blessing?
Okay. Fuck me, dude.
Oh man.
Yes, Naya, go give him a blessing.
Okay.
I don't. No, okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Probably got about 30 children running up to you now, plus another 60 parents on top of that, coming in now from various sides around this area. You notice there's kind of a park built around this whole
Oh no.
this whole pavilion.
I think we just need to try to move forward somehow.
And there's more and more yelling, more excitement kind of spreading out.
Exactly.
Jet, do you want to disappear? I think you need to disappear, man. This is bringing some.
I'm gonna tell Keith and Elvin.
Oh, but the children love you. Come on.
I may need you to work a levitate or something on me here in a minute. See, or something like the invisibility.
Oh
But
no.
let me do a couple things first
Okay.
before we announce my departure.
Okay.
So with that, I will go ahead and pull my hood back. And the first child in front of me, I'll kneel down and kiss him on the forehead, and hold his cheeks, and then rub his head, and do the same for the next one. And I'm not going to speak at all. I'm just going to kind of make my way
Oh,
around.
but Naya, they want to hear you talk.
No, do not. Shh.
And when I do speak, it's going to be in Elven. Where I'm sure some of the dialect is pretty similar. Like they
And
might
I'm gonna look
only
back.
understand certain words.
Oh, teach us, oh Naya, please.
I look back at him and tell him it's Delia.
Oh, whoever. Speak your words of wisdom.
You
Wait,
need to
I
be
thought it was
quiet.
Lydia's. Wait, how many people you got in there?
What is the crowd doing at this point, Nick?
They're kind of slowing down now and forming a circle around you guys.
Give us a sermon. Please.
I'm gonna.
I'm just keeping my head down with my hood pulled forward.
You need to be quiet, or I'm gonna freaking find someone to go kill you with.
Who?
You need
Who
to be
killed him?
quiet.
Who?
Matt, he needs to be quiet.
So you notice now all the adults are kneeling down, and so in a 10-foot circle, there's a 10-foot circle of space around you. The parents are all standing around, kind of walling off what you can see. The children have all run up and gathered around you. It's like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. They're all fucking touching you. And as soon as the parents kneel down now, you see a color you didn't see before. You see several red-skinned faces standing around the outer edge of the group now, decked out in full armor, and wielding what looked like really, really tall, like halberds or something, like spears or something.
Okay. Are they making gestures towards us, or are they? Does it look like they're just keeping the peace?
You see they're making gestures at each other back and forth around the perimeter of this group, and they're starting to close in a little bit closer.
Oh no.
Again, I'll speak back to Keith and Elvin and just tell them be ready here. And
Well done.
and I kind of nod to the others as well that they need to be ready.
All right, hands on my weapons.
You notice when you speak Elvish to the child, it's cocking its head and like frowning at you. It was smiling at you at first, and then now it's looking at you kind of confused.
You didn't tell him a good story.
Mm. Aww.
Pretend that one's blue. But basically, and ignore the hooves and the horns. That's the closest thing I could find that I had available right now. But so the children are kind of looking at you weird now, and now they're turning around and yelling at their parents.
Uh-oh.
Anybody gonna say anything else or do anything else, or? And you start hearing some yells going on back across the kneeling parents. You see those red-skinned guards, and they're yelling back and forth in this really sharp tongue, and they're pointing and motioning, and some of them are waving their spears in a certain way, and you see more of them coming out now.
Do we know what they're saying?
Keith and Matt. Let's see.
Well, I know for one thing for sure, they're not going to take us prisoner.
I wouldn't count on that one.
Well.
Shit's gonna go down.
Yeah.
I think so.
We'll take a few of them down with us, though.
Maybe
Like
you
two.
should levitate him, Keith, so he can pull one of those C-3PO things and return to Jedi.
There you go. Yeah.
Levitate him. Do it. That way he can show his true power. Or Naya can, or whoever it is now.
Yeah, Keith. At this point, go ahead and levitate me and then turn me invisible. And then set me back down kind of right behind you.
Okay.
I think that's what we want to do.
All right. I'm just waiting to see what they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
So you'll have an idea of what to do with me.
Okay, I just sent it to Matt, and boom.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
What?
They think we're imposters, so gosh, take them alive. Oh, fuck. I don't know, maybe that'll shake them loose from them thinking we're imposters, so I'll throw my levitate on Jed, let him float up a bit, and then I'll cast invisibility on him. Hopefully that will persuade them that we are legit.
Some of the children start the ones that haven't heard.
I just kind of hold my hands out with my palms up as I start floating up.
Let's see. Some of the parents are like getting up now and kind of falling backwards. The children are clapping. Some of the children that heard you talk are yelling at the others and like grabbing their hands and trying to pull them away from you now. And you can hear more orders being barked back and forth, and the red-skinned troops are kind of pushing into the crowd now.
All right, and then I'll turn them invisible, and then, like Jed was saying, I'll drop them back behind me.
Alrighty. You're doing that, John?
Oh, fuck. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think it'll hurt you. I mean, you can do that with stuff now, so...
Yeah, exactly. Just in case.
Okay. Well, that's freaking awesome. That's like the fucking best thing I've ever seen anybody. Fucking hilarious. Alrighty. So now some of the parents start screaming as the guards are coming through and shoving them out of the way. And let's see.
So what the hell are you doing, John?
I didn't do nothing. I'm in the back, man.
I'm trying to figure out what you're doing so I know what the hell to do next.
Oh no, I'm not doing anything. Just so you know, I don't know what to do here.
I'm just waiting. Hopefully this shit doesn't hit the fan.
I'm just hoping that I can get a good back attack in here now that I'm invisible.
Okay, well then that's what we're doing. We're getting ready to beat the crap out of these guys.
Okay, so they're still pouring in around you. The civilians or all the parents and the children are kind of running away. Oops.
I'm gonna yell out in Drow, surface dwellers. You take us for fools, you idiots? Stand where you are. Come no closer.
Tell them something about working with the old ones then.
What?
I was telling Keith, say something if they were calling me the old ones or something. Say something about that you're in service to the old ones or something.
All right. So I'll elaborate that we are here on orders from the old ones.
Yes, the old ones.
And as they gather around you, there are now probably about 60 of these guys.
Crap.
So they're getting closer. They're not listening to what I'm telling them.
No.
Okay. I think it's time to drop some confusion or some shit on their ass.
And then they're highly magic resistant, so
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna cast confusion on them.
I'm highly magic resistant too.
Elves,
So, yeah.
elves are automatically resistant to charm spells, pretty much anything in that category, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, they're 90% resistant to charm, and then 50% plus 2 per level for any other kind of magic.
Yep.
And they're resistant to sleep.
Elves in general or just dark elves?
Just dark elves.
Elves in general.
Well, dark elves have the magic resistance to everything else.
Yeah.
So the rest of the other colors are scattering now. They're running and screaming away from this area. The reds are surrounding you, and they're not talking. They're not saying anything. They're just making hand gestures to each other. And they've all got their spears lowered at you, and they seem to be holding some other thing in their other hand, pointed at you.
Alright, I'm going to drop a wall of fog behind us. trying to obscure their asses back behind us.
Let's see. All right. That's not what I want. Good enough.
Oh my god, I'm tired.
I know.
How many
I
are
think
putting
we're
on
gonna be
us?
fighting here.
Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Oh lord.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stay awake through this.
So I'm not going to paste in
You
the
look
rest.
tired.
Yeah, basically, you guys are completely surrounded. You're starting to drop the wall of fog. You're getting ready to cast it.
Yes.
And the ones directly in front of you start to part. And you see this person walking towards you.
What person?
I'll get to it.
Oh.
This person.
This person of interest.
That's a good show.
See
Yeah,
this
it is.
person of color.
I got the first season. It's a damn good show.
Yeah, I know what you guys mean. I am getting freaking tired as fuck too. No.
I don't. If we fight this many people, it's gonna take a few hours.
We would fine. Does Drow use poison?
I'm almost thinking we're gonna get taken prisoner here.
Yes.
So what I may do is just stay invisible and not attack, and let them lock you up, and then I'll fucking pick the lock and get you guys out.
Ah, yeah, there we go.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay.
Oh god, who's this?
Oh.
You see the reds part, and you see a very pale-skinned, white-haired elf walking towards you, and she's got red eyes.
E.
That's not good. Red eye's never good.
And as she walks up, she's looking at you, Kelda.
Oh shit.
At me?
Yeah.
She sees right through that shit.
Yeah. That's not good.
Whoops.
She smiles and she says, "Remove your headwear." In this really oddly accented common.
Oh shit.
Mm.
Yeah. Well,
Says, "You are not fit to wear the form of even the lowest among us. Remove it, or I will do it for you."
You know, I'll go ahead and remove it. I mean, what the fuck is gonna happen anyway? I mean, I don't know how powerful she is anyway.
Keith, you have
Powerful enough to see that trick.
Exactly.
Keith, you have no idea what the fuck this is, but she looks at you and she says in Drow to you,
Oh, he must be texting it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just thinking, how come she's a pale drow?
Well, I think she's probably an old one.
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, I'll just stop casting because I see this as frivolous, and I'll just look down.
I'm just gonna look at Keith's character and just grin. What the heck?
We're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
I'll avoid eye contact, just in case.
okay, Matt, she looks at you.
Uh-huh.
Oh no. Can't you see Naya? Oh fuck.
That's a good question.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Okay, Matt, that's what she tells you.
This went from being really fun to, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, John and Christian.
Yeah.
Okay, she looks at both of you,
Uh-oh.
and her eyes start to narrow. I can forgive the human stupidity, the human's audacity, for daring to wear our form. But at least she did it in style. Surrender your weapons, or you will die in an excruciating manner. I can promise you.
I'm gonna throw my hood back.
Was this supposed to surprise me?
No, but I'm just gonna do it, and I guess I'll start pulling out my weapons.
Okay, some of the guards are coming up to take them. What are you doing, John?
Surrendering the weapons. Excruciating pain sounds awful.
She tells you, I do not wish to be disrespectful, but if you ask that cow in the sky for any aid, you will never utter another word out of that mouth of yours again.
I think that means your God, huh?
I didn't hear that. I'll choose to hear what I want to hear.
And the one who hides The one who thinks that our eyes cannot see. And Jed, she's looking right at you.
I'll step out from behind Keith.
Okay, you guys aren't able to see her because the spell is still in effect. So I think Keith would have to dispel it. You can't do anything to yourself, right?
No, not unless I attack.
It's improved invisibility, so even if you attack, it won't.
Oh, fuck! You did the good one.
Okay, she kind of looks over at you, Keith, and
I'll,
motions.
I'll put my hand on Keith's shoulder and tell him release me.
All right, and I'll drop the spell.
And then I'll step forward.
Okay, you see her eyes widen when she sees you. And she turns to one of the red guards and yells something in a... It sounds curiously like drow, but it's something you haven't heard before. And he says something back, and she starts walking closer to you, and she puts her hand out. And she looks at her hand and looks at you, and starts to move her hand closer.
To where? To my hand or to my face?
To your face.
I kind of hold my chin up high. Kind of have a look of defiance on my face. She's not going to bad touch me, is she?
Just going for your no-nos.
You just see her, she's leaning forward now, and she like kind of reaches up, caresses your chin, kind of tilts your head to the side a little bit. She's looking at you, and then she like pulls her hand back. And you hear her say, "It took you a long time to find us again, didn't it, little one?"
I'll kind of half smile.
Says, "Did you have a family?"
And I'll nod and kind of lower my head at that point.
And she kind of spins around, looks at the rest of the party. Then she looks back at you. She says, "I don't know about your friends, what we're going to do with them yet. But this family of yours, they were not your true family. But today, you have found your true family, and they welcome you. They welcome you back." And she like steps forward and embraces you.
Okay, I kind of stand there for a minute before I go ahead and like embrace her back.
And you see her, she turns to the rest of you. So you don't bow in her presence, you don't kneel, you don't realize what has walked amongst you all this time?
I take it you didn't get my text then.
I tell her.
Oh,
I tell her. What'd you say, man? Or, Keith, what'd you do?
Keith is already on his knee
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I already dropped down.
with his head bowed.
I tell her that they have shown me nothing but the proper respect.
You see her raise one of her eyebrows. Really? When even you didn't know what you are? Or where you come from?
I tell her I am highborn outside of her here as well.
She just smiles. So there was a joke there. Actually, you're not high-born at all. You're low-born. But where we're concerned, that is a good thing. It doesn't mean what it means up there. And the rest of the guards are coming around now and collecting all your weapons and scrolls and spell components.
Are they taking mine as well?
Oh yeah.
All right, I make sure I grab Lydia out of my backpack.
You notice as they're taking your stuff, though, they're keeping their heads bowed. They're not meeting your eyes, and they're being very respectful. They're not like being gruff with you or anything. And she starts to turn, and she motions for you to walk next to her. And the two of you kind of walk ahead of everybody else, and the guards kind of gather around everybody else. And she motions for you to follow them, and she calls out, "So don't look so nervous. We're going to dine now. I'm sure you're all hungry. We're not going to kill you as you feast. That will come later. We're going to ask you some questions. Some of you, depending on how you answer, will determine how well you die or how poorly you die. But don't let that detract from your enjoyment of the meal." And she starts walking off and leading you guys into the city. And we're going to end it there. So it definitely set up what I wanted to set up. I just thought there'd be a few fights here and there. But nothing happened. You guys pretty...
We got out of this with only throwing one dwarf off the edge.
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
But still, for role-playing and interacting with each other and coming up with ideas...
And winging it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you guys a bunch of XPs for that. And then I'll be giving you guys some bonus stuff via text message before I go to bed. Some of it I may need to rewatch because there was a couple things that I thought were really freaking cool. I wanted to give out extra stuff for. For now, go ahead and give yourselves all 50,000 XPs apiece.
Sorry, guys, I was winging a lot of this shit.
That's fine.
I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if you guys were going to get down there and if you guys were going to fight them or if you were going to surrender or what. I was prepared for it to go either way.
I was just going to follow the party lead. If they were going down swinging, I was like, I'm going down swinging too.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
And then I like how you guys deferred, like back down to the big bitch when she came out.
Fuck you, you didn't have a choice.
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck?
It would have been different if it was just her and not freaking like 60-some other guys around us.
Yeah.
No, then you had a whole freaking village around us.
But they're rolling with her posse and shit.
Kids could have came up and beat the shit out of us, you know? Shit.
Well, then I wasn't sure if you guys were doing it because of the guards or because you were scared, like you didn't know what she could or couldn't do.
Kind of both for me.
Both. Both for me.
It was the guards, her, and the whole fucking village.
Honestly, for me, it was mostly her. Because I I think I would have fought otherwise, but she scared the shit out of me. So.
As it should be. Good.
Yeah, I wasn't afraid to attack those fucking Duergar. I wanted to see what we could actually pull off against them without having to fight them.
Exactly.
No, that was freaking hilarious though when you guys were like freaking yelling at him. Go sweep.
Go clean toilets.
It was badass.
Now, last week's was pretty much all fighting and all action. This was more story and role playing and setup for what's coming next. So I think since we played them both back to back, it still worked out pretty well. What do you guys want to do next? Do you want to take a week off, or do you want to do it?
Yeah, we need to take a week off because we have Connor graduating next weekend.
Oh.
Oh, that's right.
Whoa, damn, already.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's crazy. Oh, wow.
Freaking done with high school for that one.
Wow. So is he going to college?
We're not sure yet. He might do like a community college, trying to go from there,
Yeah. That's
or maybe even
good way
check
to
in
go.
either that or like a tech school.
That's another good way. Shoot. Either one will get you into something good.
Yeah.
Good.
See.
You know what helps you in college? Work a really shitty job, and all of a sudden you want to study hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
just knowing that you're paying for it makes you work a lot harder too.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Yeah, I hope it wakes him up, man, because that kid won't crack a book for the shit, dude.
Really?
It's the hardest time saving for a car.
Yeah.
He's saving for a car?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Does he have his license?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
gay. That's good.
He's trying. We'll see, man. Because he's gonna be living in that car when I kick him out. So. Nah, I'm just messing.
That's the thing. You kick him out, he goes and lives with what's her face. Shit.
Ashley?
Yeah, he goes and lives with Ashley's parents or something. They wait a year and kick you out, Christian. You can go to Vicky's. So then that frees up a whole room. Then you just gotta wait a few more years to get rid of Kelly.
And then I'll be free.
Yeah.
Then you'll both have an office.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right, guys. Well, we got to hit the bit back, dude. It's after 3 here. Shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
217.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good
game, guys.
All right, everyone.
Yeah, awesome game, guys.
Yeah.
Night, night.
Night.
Ending broadcast. Oh my.
Oh, no.